Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the part 3 of the topical question papers, and the topic is current. And we will present the solution of 10 questions in this session. The course is Cambridge O Level Physics 5054. Let's start the questions. Question number 1. The electrical resistance of a metal wire varies with temperature as shown. The resistance of the wire at 0 degrees Celsius is 1 ohm and at 100 degrees Celsius is 1.4 ohm. What is the resistance of the wire at 200 degree Celsius? Okay, so it is given that the resistance is 1 ohm at 0 degree Celsius and it is 1.4 ohm at 100 degree Celsius. So we can find the relationship of variation of resistance with temperature as follows. 100 minus 0 over 1.40 minus 1 is equal to 100 degrees Celsius over 0.40 ohm. Next, the increment in resistance at 200 degrees Celsius can be calculated from the following direct relationship. As we have calculated earlier, 100 degrees Celsius over 0.40 ohm is equal, and that should be equal to 200 degrees Celsius over x ohm. And from equation number 1, we can find the value of x, and x is 0.8 ohm. And x is the increase in resistance due to temperature. Now the total resistance of the wire at 200 degrees Celsius is the original resistance at 0 degrees Celsius plus the increase in resistance at 200 degrees Celsius. The original resistance is 1 ohm and increase in resistance is 0.8 ohm. So the total resistance of wire at 200 degrees Celsius is 1.8 ohms. And it is option A. Okay, question number 2. The diagram shows the current voltage graph of two filament lamps. Which statement is correct? If you see the two graphs P and Q, then you can easily found that the lamp P has the same resistance as lamp Q at low currents. Option B. So from the graph, it can be seen that Ohm's law is applicable on both lamps and lower currents in the linear range. The current for lamp P and lamp Q is same for same voltage across these at lower values of currents. As R is equal to V over I and both voltages and currents are same for both lamps P and Q at lower currents, so the resistance of both the lamps is same. So you can see from the graph, the lamp P and Q has same current voltage characteristics for lower currents, and here in this linear range the Ohm's law is applicable and the resistance is same. Question number 3. A circuit containing two lamps L1 and L2 is connected as shown. A voltmeter measures the potential difference across the lamp L1. The filament of lamp L1 breaks. What happens to the readings of the ammeter and of the voltmeter? Option B is the correct option. The reading on the ammeter will decrease, whereas the reading on the voltmeter will increase. The explanation is as follows. Lamp L1 and lamp L2 are connected in series. The filament of lamp L1 breaks and no current will flow through this series connection. As a result, the reading of the ammeter will decrease. In fact, the ammeter in this case will show zero current. As the lamp L1 is now open circuit, so all the input voltage of the battery will appear across lamp L1 and 0 volt will appear across L2. Hence the voltmeter reading across lamp 1 will increase. And in fact the voltmeter reading across lamp 1 will show all the input voltage. So the option B is correct option. The reading on the ammeter will decrease, whereas the reading on the voltmeter will increase. Question number 4. Which of the following is equivalent to 1 coulomb? 1 coulomb is 1 ampere second. As coulomb is I multiply with the time, the unit of current is ampere and the unit of time is second. So the coulomb is can be expressed as ampere second, which is 1 coulomb. Okay, so 1 ampere second is also 1 coulomb. Question number 5. The diagram shows a circuit in which all the switches are open. Which switch position give a resistance of 6 ohm between X and Y? So if you consider this figure carefully, then if you close the switch S1 and S2, then 3 ohm and 3 ohm will be in parallel combinations and their effective resistance will be 1/2. And if you open the switch S3, then 4.5 ohm will be in series with that F 1.5 ohm, and the total resistance at XY will be 6 ohm. So the correct option in this case is option B. Okay, the written explanation is as follows. For S1 and S2 switches closed combination, the two 3 ohm resistors will be in parallel and these effective resistance R is 1.5 ohm. For S3 open, 1.5 ohm will be in series to 4.5 ohm and the net resistance between X and Y in this case will be 1.5 plus 4.5 is equal to 6 ohm. So S1 closed, S2 closed and S3 open. It is option B. If you open S3, then 4.5 ohm will be included in the path. If you close S3, then 4.5 ohm will be excluded from the path. Okay. And if you close both S1 and S2, then 3 ohm and 3 ohm are in parallel. Okay, next question. Question number 6. An ammeter is used to measure the current in a 3 ohm resistor. The ammeter is shown below. The needle of the ammeter is pointing towards number 6. It is missing here, but it is pointing to number 6. And the unit of this range of this ammeter is in milliamperes. So if the needle is pointing to number 6 and the range is in milliampere, then the current is 6 milliampere. Okay. So the needle of the ammeter is at 6. So missing in this figure. So in this case, I is equal to 6 ampere. R is given as 300 ohm. and we can calculate the voltage according to the Ohm's law. V is equal to IR and V is equal to 6. Now you have to convert the milli into ampere. And what is the conversion factor? It is 0.001. So you have to multiply 0.001 with the 6 to make this current to ampere. So 6 multiplied with 0.001, it is 6.006 ampere, multiply with 300 and it is 1.8 volt. So option B. Question number 7. Which is the current voltage IV graph of a filament lamp? The current through the filament lamp decreases as it gets hotter, since its resistance increases with increase in temperature. So you can see from all the graphs, the option A is the correct option. Question number 8. The voltage current graph for a filament lamp is shown. The voltage across the lamp increases. What happens to the temperature of the lamp and the resistance of the lamp? So as the lamp gets hotter, its resistance will increase and the voltage drop V is equal to IR across the lamp increases due to increase in its resistance. So it is option D. The temperature will increase as the lamp gets hotter and its resistance will also increase. You can see from the graph, the voltage across the lamp will increase due to the increase in resistance. The voltage drop will increase, the current will decrease, the resistance of the lamp will increase. So in this case, the option D is the correct option. Question number 9. A 12 volt battery is connected across a parallel arrangement of two resistors. What is the reading on the ammeter? So first what you have to do is to find the effective resistance of two resistors connected in parallel. So as 3 ohm and 6 ohm are in parallel, so their effective resistance is 3 multiplied by 6 over 3 plus 6. That is 18 over 2 and it is equal to 2 ohm. So 2 ohm is the total resistance. Now using the Ohm's law, by using the Ohm's law, I is equal to V over R. The total voltage is 12 volt and the total resistance is 2 ohm. So the current in the circuit that will be measured by the ampere meter is 6 ampere, because ammeter here is measuring the total current. So option D, 6 ampere. Question number 10. The circuit shown is set up and then all the switches are closed. One switch is now opened and all the lamps are lit. Which switch is opened? It is switch B, because you can see the switch B is in parallel with the lamp. If switch B is closed, then this lamp will not glow. Okay, and if we open the switch, then its then its opening has no effect on remaining of the circuit. So if we open the switch A, for example, then all the lamps will not glow. Battery is disconnected. Okay. If we either open C or D switches, then two lamps in lower branch connected in series configuration will not glow. Two lamps in lower branch. If we either open C or D, then both these two lamps will not glow. Okay. Now, if we let all the switch closed, the lamp B will not glow because switch B is creating a short circuit path across lamp B. However, if we open the switch B and let all other switches remain closed, then all lamps will glow.